you as always. And we'll catch you Monday, all right?
All right, bro.
Much love, always.
Later. Oh man, that's my little bro. His goofy ass, but I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of what he has had going on, you know, with his life and um the trying to make everything work and try to, you know, let his dreams come out and be fruitful. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us got a lot going on in life, and we try our best to live throughout our dreams that we have, and a lot of things kind of hold us back from that, whether it's, you know, responsibilities or whether it's just timing. A lot of things do not allow us to really do what it is that we dream to do. And I'm so proud of him as a younger black male to be able to do what it is that he wants to do with his life. I mean, he out here, you know, he's in acting, my man streaming, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always said, I love to see people eat. I want people out here to eat. I don't care who you are, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not out here doing anything foul. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody out here to eat, because it's not easy out here. It's for real tragic. And I know this might not be what everybody came for, me saying all this, but this channel, I got to keep it real. I keep it 100. I put my feelings, everything out on the table, because I believe that that's how it should be. I am not your typical content creator. I am a personality. I'm a person that does not make content. I make memories. I don't make content. I make minds change. I make people think about this and that and the other. Yes, I raged playing Apex because things happen, and I've been playing games so long. Some of the stuff I can see it for being foul. Some stuff is just, it is what it is. And who doesn't, that's a competitive person, ever get, you know, amped up? But the real Maje that you see is not just the raging in Apex or some of the plays I do in Apex or other games. It is this right here. My philosophy is to share knowledge and to share of me. I'm not for all the drama and the toxic trash, and that's not it. So for me to take this moment to say this stuff, it comes from the heart, and it has to be said, because I want other people to pass these messages and stuff along and to spread this positivity. At the end of the day, whether I met Ambush or not, and I just popped up in his stream, not even really knowing him all like that, I would be happy for him, because he's a younger black male that's doing his thing. He's not out here hurting people. He's not out here doing anything illegal. He is doing the best he can, and he is living his life and having fun doing it. And he's taking his bumps and bruises here and there along the way, but he has come so far from before. I remember when he wasn't getting as many views from what I had seen of him, because I didn't really know him, but he knew somebody that I've been gaming with for 20 years. Ambush has really come into fruition of him just working at it and getting it done, and I am so happy for him. Like, I adopted him. That's my little bro. I adopted him, you know what I'm saying? But I treat him just like if he was my blood. You know, I get in his case being funny, I'll get in his case being serious, but I love him to death, because he is somebody that has so much to give, and I'm glad he's out here giving it in the way that he's giving it, flat out. You know what I'm saying? The passion is there. It's not about the money. True, we do like to get monetary things. No, to say that you don't would be a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to get some monetary here and there, you know, but the passion is there. Wanting to do it because you want to do it is there. Like, I don't really get that many views, to be honest with you. I don't. And I could easily say, you know what, I'm not getting any views, so why am I even bothering? You know, why am I taking out my time to do this when I know I don't have that many people watching? I do it because I want to do it. I was shortly into internet radio some years back, and I loved it, but I did not have the money to pay for airtime, so I could no longer do it. But I loved it when I was doing it. It was fantastic when I was doing it. Let me see. Just because you lost me as a friend doesn't mean you gained me as an enemy. I'm bigger than that. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. Yes, sweetheart. My kids got culture. Yes. Just because you don't agree with everything somebody does doesn't mean that you don't want them to succeed. There's plenty of people that I don't agree with. out here, and some things that I didn't agree with what they did, but it doesn't mean that I don't wish them the best, even if I'm not around them. You ain't got to be around me for me to wish you the best. I want you to live your life and do the best you can with what you got and have a good one. I do, but that don't mean that we gonna be eating at the same table. She is 100% correct. I want everybody out here to eat. I've always been like that. So when I see people out here doing their thing and eating, whether it's a little or a lot, you're still eating. And for those that are questioning if they should get into this and that because they got the passion for it, but they're uncertain, I'm telling you now, don't let everything stop you from even trying to do what it is you want to do, because you'll never know if you really want to do it if you don't try it. I could have easily just said, you know what, Twitch is not doing anything for me because I can't really get viewers. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of YouTube content. I don't have the materials to do it. I don't have video editing. I can't pay for an editor right now. I don't have a machine that's going to allow me to make content on one machine while I'm doing it on the other machine, so that way I can still stream or I can still make content while the other machine is rendering and making all the stuff come together, so that way I can post it and I don't have to stop what I'm doing, you know. But that's not stopping me from trying to do this in the space that I got. I feel that do you, because I'm going to do me regardless. Most deaf. Like, look, whatever whoever does, hey, look, you do you, because I'm still gonna do me, because I can't stop doing me, because you gonna do what you do. I have lost what I thought was real friends because I decided to do me, and it wasn't that I threw shade to them. I just was on something else. Like, here's a true one for you, chat. Here's a true one, and this cut deep. It was people that I knew when I was in high school. Now, I had, for the most part, the same girl in high school almost the entire 4 years. My girl was a year older than me. She went to college. She kind of moved on, but we still maintained a friendship and everything, right? But the relationship wasn't there, but we still good friends. It was so many people while we were together that wanted to sleep with my girl, though. And that burned, because it's like, for real, I would never do you like that. I would never want to sleep with your girl. If anything, I tell, like, nah, like, you got to back up off me, fam. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And to take it even further than that, it's so many people that I looked out for that when I had it, when I had the job, when I had the whip and all of that, when I was younger, because at 18, I had the car, I had the job. I actually had 2 jobs when I graduated out of high school, and I was doing my thing. I didn't ask my mother for anything. I was doing me. When I had it, Maje used to play laser tag heavy. I was good at it. I was real good at it. And you would think, laser tag, how you get good at laser tag? The spot that I used to go to used to have leagues, and we used to play laser tag. I actually have this whole kind of, like, I had a talk for those that are coming in and just tuning in that have not gone to my YouTube. At my YouTube, there is a section of me telling my kind of like my early story of how I got into gaming and everything. It's like 7 or 8 videos long. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead, go to the YouTube and peep that. You know, you might get something out of that. But I used to play laser tag and I was a beast at it. We had leagues and you had to practice. It was like 5-on-5 combat. It was dope. Like it was like almost like some capture the flag type shit. It was really dope. And I wish we had that today. When I would pull up, there's a lot of times I didn't even have to pay to play. I even worked at an establishment, you know what I'm saying? And I used to pay for like 2, 3, 4 of my boys. Like games was a 3-pack of games was $15. On my 13th birthday, you smoked my tea. This is true. This is true. This is true. I'm sorry. Like a lot of stuff. I mean, and I wasn't even trying to play like that, but some of the old maids came out. This is true. Oh my God. But hey, your dad was just out here. He was living his best life, right? Okay. So, like I would pay for like 3, 4 of my boys. Like my cousin, usually 2-3 of my boys, or one of my cousins, to go play. Now my cousin, it was all love 100% always. He's still my boy to this day. He ride or die with me to this day. We've been through a lot together. You know what I'm saying? But some of the dudes I used to pay that $15 for, because I had it and it wasn't nothing to me to pay $50, $100 to play laser tag on the weekend because I worked 2 jobs and I wanted to have some fun after I paid my little bills or responsibilities. When Maje didn't have that money anymore, asked me how many of them was around. Don't get it twisted. I love that you're doing this because it gives me somewhere to go to chill and chat with a dude I like to kick it with. That's why I be subbing and donating subs, because I do it for my homies, and I feel like if we would live around each other, we would kick it. Most definitely we would kick it. Shit, I love chilling with real people. Flat out. I don't keep a lot of company, but the company I keep, I gotta have them real. Hell yeah, if you lived around, I wouldn't have a thing. We be going getting some meals together. You know what I'm saying? We be out, you know, just chilling like as folks should, no matter the age. You know what I'm saying? Whether you in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you know what I'm saying? Like your 50s. Real recognize real, and real people recognize real people, and how to enjoy their company, and, you know, just really do what folks should do. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, if we did live around each other, it would be no thing for us to go kick it and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality that I like to have here at the stream. I gotta have real ones. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody ain't as real as, you know, you might want them to be, but I can't have the fake ones. And everybody got their own lives outside of, you know, and they behind closed doors. I get it, but I got to have real ones. I do. I was like, sheesh, what kind of kill is this? This is Overwatch. You know, I'm not fooling with you right now. I'm not fooling with you right now. We getting past that right now. You're not gonna get on your pops when he was living his best life in the arena. We not doing that right now. But seriously, I've come a long way through a lot of heartache, a lot of hard times, and not being able to really do for myself, you know, trying to make sure my kids are straight, trying to make sure I'm not out here doing anything that's going to get me caught up. You know, I've tried my best to just be, you know, a simple man that just might make some mistakes, might not do the best thing every single time, but just wants the best for the most part. And to say that I've seen over 40 years of life is definitely a achievement for me, because I came from the hood. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I came from the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? I came from, you know, no, I came from the hood. I came from the ghetto. I did. But I didn't let the ghetto turn me into it. You know what I'm saying? The village raised me. As we used to say, it takes a village to raise a child. And the village raised me, and I was raised right. And I still came from the ghetto, and I still graduated out of high school with honors. I still was in the top 20 of my class. I still was given a Marine Scholastic Excellence Award, comes from the Marines, with the Department of the Navy seal on it. I still got it. I graduated with an extra like diploma, if you want to call it that, because I came out of the college bound program when I went to school. Like, but I'm from the hood. You can do whatever it is that you really set your mind to. It might take longer than what you expect it to, or you might have to go about it a different way to get it done. But if you really want what it is that you are aiming for, eventually you can get it. It's proven right now. I am a person that generally has 0 to 2 viewers on my streams. A literal 0 to 2 viewers, because nobody knows about me other than the people that know about me, you know. But even with that, it didn't stop me. Like right now, it says that I got 8 viewers right now in my chat, and to be honest with you, I'm happy with that, because none of y'all didn't have to come here and just kick it with your boy. None of y'all had to. Y'all chose to come here. I'm appreciative of all y'all. And that's real. I'm glad my parents raised me right, especially with these nowadays girls. Yeah, it's not what it used to be. Your pops knows it ain't what it used to be. It was bad out here. It was really bad out here. Like, I mean, it wasn't as bad. Like, don't get me wrong, all girls weren't perfect when I was young. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, it's definitely different. And the last thing I need you or anybody to get caught up in is just some straight trash that's going to affect the rest of their life. I can't have that. I came up poor as fuck and did me and made sure that I didn't stay poor. Yeah, I know you here, bro. Like, look, sometimes you really do just got to make lemonade out of fucking lemons. Sometimes that's just how it goes. You got to take what you're given and you got to make the best out of it. You really do. Like, no cap. You know how they do, and I wish I could do this, but I don't really know how to do it, and I don't really have the stuff to really do it all like that because I don't have like a lot of pictures and footage. But my whole YouTube / streaming thing started with me playing Duels of the Planeswalkers in 2012 and playing the Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013 series, playing Magic the Gathering. That was the beginning, the first time I'd ever did any YouTube or any streaming. First time with a very low budget. I didn't even have 5 megs of upload. So I used to record as many videos and put them up on YouTube as I possibly could. And when I streamed, I streamed the little bit that I could on equipment that's not even good. And I'm not even in a real great spot now, but I'm a lot better than what I was. Seriously, imagine streaming, you got maybe 3 megs of upload speed. Imagine that your computer, or if it's on a computer, imagine your computer is just enough to be able to run it and stream it, and it's got to be on low quality, because if you do anything more than that, something's gonna lock up, something's gonna freeze. Imagine that. That's where I came from. I ain't rich, but I hustled enough not to be poor. But that's how it has to be. If you don't try, you will accept anything and just accept being mediocre and failing. You're going to fail because failure is a part of life. But it's a difference in between failing and you learn to come back from it, and you fail because you just choose to be mediocre because you don't want to learn from your mistakes. It is 2 different types of failure. Failure is not all the same thing. You're going to fail because you're not going to get it right all the time, and that is absolutely fine. But if you choose in your failing to just stay there and you never adapt and you never change, that is unacceptable as failure, and that is not something that I will have. I remember that when I let y'all do the intro. I remember that. That was during the Magic the Gathering times. I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday. I've come a long way and I'm not finished, but I got a lot of challenges ahead of me because I can't afford the nice, fancy, expensive stuff to be able to have an editing computer and editing software and do all of that stuff while I'm able to stream and do this and do that. This is a 1 PC setup. I can't afford to get another one, flat out. I just can't. But you don't see me here complaining about it either. I'm making do with what I got and I'm having fun doing it. I could sit here and mope and complain and do nothing, and where would that get me? Nowhere. Nowhere. I've come a long way and I'm not finished. I'm not done until it's my checkout time. So I hope for all of you that are here in the stream and have listened to me talk after I got my dub with my bro Ambush, I hope all of y'all can take away something from this and really like use it for something, you know, something positive. Really, yes, I get pissed off at times because of things that happen in Apex. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm holier than thou and I'm the most I guess you could say mellow, but like this, as you see, I'm chill. I'm chill. This is me when I'm not playing some of these games that piss me off. This is me. This is what you get. I got to keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to sit up here and do no facade. This is Maje. Maje is not any different. I'm goofy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm caring. I care about people. I love to hear about people's success stories. I love to hear about people's just striving and not giving up. I love to see people eat. And I hope all of y'all out here is eating. I hope y'all are. I really do. I hope y'all out here eating and doing y'all thing and getting better by the day, because I'm trying to get better by the day. I know COVID has messed us up a lot in a lot of different ways, and we have gone through it for over a year now. But guess what? For those that's still here, we still here and we fighting. So we need to just keep fighting, and we need to keep being as positive as we can and not let go of our dreams, because the minute we let go of our dreams, we might as well just hang it up for everything, because I don't want to sit here and live for nothing. I want to live for something. I got 3 beautiful kids to live for. I got the rest of my life to live for, trying to be a better person when it comes down to streaming, when it comes down to broadcasting, when it comes down to being a dad, when it comes down to being a friend, when it comes down to being a family member. You know, I got a lot to live for, and I'm not giving up. COVID, I don't give a damn if I did get COVID and it changed me a bit because of the effects. I'm not going to let COVID take everything from me. I'm not. So I want y'all to be out here, and I want y'all to stay positive, and I want y'all to just really do y'all thing. I do. Wow. It has been a wonderful ending to a night. It really has. It's been absolutely fantastic. It has. Shit to say, but COVID been good to me. I'm a fisherman, and I've been making $5K a day for the past 4 weeks because no food. I mean, you're not happy because people are suffering, but because of what your job entails, yes, you are profiting off of it, but you're not trying to profit off of people's hurting and death. It just so happens you're in the field that we're working more and you're getting more from it, period. I mean, I get what you're saying, because it does sound bad, but it is what it is. I mean, to be honest with you, look, during COVID, like, I've gotten more viewership. I'm not sitting out here saying, oh, I love COVID because this, and I want everybody to, to be hurting. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I've gotten a little bit more in viewership because of COVID, because a lot of people are inside now and, and chilling. It is what it is. That don't mean that you're not wishing anybody well or you want people to be sick or anything. It's just how it plays out. Period. Agreed. Life can be a bitch sometimes, but you gotta keep on keeping on. Yeah, we ain't got a choice. Shit, we can't give up. We ain't got a choice. Yeah, I don't love COVID. I love the money because of it. I mean, I feel you. You got your own thing you got to do. You got to take care of yourself, Swamp. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It don't mean that you a shitty person and you trying to just profit off of the worst. But at the same time, with what you do, what you working, you're getting more work because of it. And I mean, you eating from it. It don't mean that you chose COVID so you could eat, but it just so happens you're eating because what you do is that important. Your job is important, bro. I mean, I think that we need to care more about our pharmacists and our grocery store workers. They don't really get the praise that they should be getting, to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got mad love for all the first responders and the EMTs and all them people out there that is face to face with it. You know what I'm saying? That's off the top. But we don't give enough credit to the smaller people, quote unquote, because they got the bigger responsibility and the bigger threat. Like when you go to the pharmacy, if you need something, when you go to the grocery store, stuff like that. These people got to take a risk every day. And it's not like a lot of people is out here just, even if you're going to go get a meal carry out at your favorite like fast food place or restaurant that's still open, that's a risk they still got to take being about amongst that. You know what I'm saying? So that being the case, that's just real. And my hat goes out to them for real. I gotta hand it to anyone who works with the general public, put themselves at risk, often for low wages. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, it ain't like these people making $15, $20, $25 an hour. There's plenty of people that might be making 10, depending on where you live. Because where you live makes a big difference of how much you might be getting paid. Flat out. There's a lot of people not getting paid anywhere near where they should when they got to deal with these hazards. We can't take them for granted. We can't. I know before this, people was like, you a fisherman, that's a shit job. But now people say, oh no, excuse me, now people see, they're like, man, you a fisherman, let me talk to you. Of course, because it's always different when the climates change. You know what I'm saying? When the climate changes and things change, of course it's a difference. It's a big difference. It's a lot different. Just put it like this. You could be a person that got a lot going on for a company, just a random company that you want to work for. You know what I'm saying? You might have some ideas and you might have some things that could really do for this company, you know, but when a company doing good and they got all these people to choose from and this and that, some of these places might be a little snobbish and might not give you your shot, even if you're qualified for it. But the minute it's like a dire need or a desperate need, and then they find out about you or something like that, oh, now they want to get to talking. Now it's like, oh, so we see that you've done this and blah blah blah, etc., etc. So we wondering if we can bring you in and talk to you and blah blah blah. You know, it's always when people need you when the tune is sung different. And that's no different than just life with people. You know, you can have acquaintances that I ain't worried about hollering at him. I might get at him or whatever, or I might get at her or whatever. But then next thing you know, when they find out you either the plug or you might be able to help them out with something, put them in a different position, whatever the case may be, then they got all the time in the world to get at you. And it's sad that it's like that. It's really sad that it's like that. It shouldn't be that way. It's very unfortunate that it's that way. I don't understand why it got to be like that the first damn place. It blows my mind that it's like that. Like, show people they respect off the top. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate when you switch it up on me. I really do. Last year at this time, I was making 40 cents a pound, and now I'm making $5 a pound. Hey, everybody got their time, bro. Everybody get their turn. Everybody get a turn at some point in time. At some point in time, everybody gets a turn. It ain't nothing like it when you get your turn. But it's a lot of people that get their turn and they don't know what to do with it. They throw it away. You know, you didn't. So that being the case, you kept the hustle, you kept the mentality, and now it's time to eat. Flat out. Ain't no other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. I just wish we had more people out here trying to give the gift, whether you say it's the gift of gab, whether, like I say a lot of times, you're trying to give somebody the blueprint, to just give the means of telling the person and showing them, hey, you gonna go through it, because life a lot of times will put you through it. You know, it's just depending on when. A lot of people that are rich, they got inheritances or parents that are rich or whatever the case. Hey, just because they ain't hurt with money don't mean they ain't hurting. A lot goes on behind closed doors. People don't understand that, you know. Some of these streamers right now, and I'm not saying this maliciously. Understand what I'm saying when I say what I'm about to say. Some of these streamers right now that's making $1 million, $2 million a year off of streaming, off of subs alone, and not even donations. You got to think, they can't live their life like normal, so to say, quote unquote. They ain't gonna be able to just go to the spots or whatever, you know what I'm saying, unnoticed, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing to them. Now, some people, they might chill and give them their privacy, but you know, anybody that's a star out here, you know, is like a big person and celebrity or whatever, their lives is different, and some people can't handle that. Some people want to go about being able to go wherever they want to go and not being bothered. But when you like that, when you know like that, that's the price you got to pay. Some people don't know how to pay that price. You know, everybody takes it different. Some people, hey, like, well, that's dumb because if I got all this money, I wouldn't care. You say that now. You don't know how it would be unless you in them shoes. Unless you know, like, if you more of just an introvert, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might not bother you to go out all like that. But if you're not, and you're outgoing and you like to go out everywhere and do, you know, and you get to that stature, you might have to calm that down because you don't know the people that's going to be around you while you out. Can't trust everybody, unfortunately. But you won't know that until you get into that position in them shoes. I just wish that we as people did more to give to people the gift of understanding and knowledge, and giving, like I say, the blueprint for people to understand, you know, just patterns and ways they may want to go about doing what they want to do so they can make their life better. Flat out. Like with this game, let's go back to Apex real quick. I love Apex. I have nothing personal against any of the developers, anybody that has any work with the game. I don't. Even though I might not agree with how they run their game, because there's things I don't agree with, but I don't have any ill will towards any of the people responsible for this game. If anything, my problem is more of the people that play this game that don't want to play it as a team game with other people. The toxicity is there. You know how many times I've been called the N-word and everything else on this goddamn game? Like, not saying that really hurts me because I've been called that all my life, but it's just the fact that we in 2021 and we still got this bullshit going on, you know. And there are so many things I wish that Respawn would do to implement in this game to make it better for everybody and give the solo players like me, because I play more solo than not because our people ain't always available, to give everybody a chance and stop alienating the solo players, you know. Yeah, I feel you, the players can just go. Yeah, like, even though I'm just a guy that doesn't even get a lot of views on Twitch, I'm sure I got a lot to offer to the dev team and to other players. But I ain't got the juice. I ain't got the juice. I ain't known like that. I'm not big like that. I ain't got the juice to make no changes. But I just wish that people could come together and actually come together to help make a compromise and build things to be better than what it already is and actually be heard, you know, because I'm sure players like me are out there that could probably give so much to this game, whether it's to the devs to make it better, to other players to make them better, just be better teammates. I just wish. My grandfather told me I wouldn't make a lot of money doing this, but he said there's always a day when people will need food. Heavy and I make bank, but I have to keep the hustle going in the bad years to hit the good years, and I'm trying to pass that to the guys around here. Excuse me, I'm reading on a cell phone, so it's not the biggest thing. They just want the big money ASAP and not keep the hustle going when the money isn't that good. Now they hating because I'm getting me when they struggling. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, you had the determination and the will to do that. So now you eating. You went through it and you managed through the storm, and now you eating, and you got haters. And here's another thing. If you got haters, I don't care if it's a lot of haters or a few haters. If you got haters at some point in time in your life, you are doing something right, because there's somebody that's envious of you in the position that you're in. And I'm going to bring that back to another point that I was talking about when I was younger. I literally have a recording from 2 days ago, and the people were making dark humor jokes and they weren't even funny. Like, it was sickening. but that unfortunately has to deal a lot with the culture that we're in right now, and it is sickening. There's a lot of things that people find funny that aren't funny. That's why I partake in a few things, especially on YouTube. I mean, you find some stuff that's funny on YouTube, but there's a lot of stuff that people think is funny on YouTube, and it's either real cringe or it's some nonsense, and I can't take a part of that. Like back to me when I was in school and coming out of school. Not only was a lot of people that wanted to be around me because I had this money because I worked so much, but I had a lot of girls that wanted to be around me because I had the money, I had the car, you know what I'm saying? And I stayed out the way, I did my thing, you know? And I found that funny that a lot of dudes were envious of me because it was chicks that wanted to get on and do them adult things that I wasn't even paying attention to that. I didn't even cater to that. I didn't even bother with that. Cause it's like, I kind of knew, like, you really don't like me like you trying to say you do, you know, like you don't really want me like that, you know, but you'll throw that out there for me to get that, you know, to try to get what you want. Or you see somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that I've given more time to, or you found out whatever about me through somebody else, and now you want to partake in that. But when you had your shot, you didn't want to take it. You know, a lot of people, when you aren't wanted, it's just like relationships. A lot of times when people are single, people don't want you. When you single, it's like, don't nobody really want you. The minute you got a girl, or for a girl, if you got a guy, or however, you know, depending on your orientation, the minute you got somebody, that's when everybody comes out the woodwork and they trying to get on. The minute they found out that you was with whoever, and then they found out that it was supposed to be all that, that's when everybody is trying to knock on your door, ring your phone, and hey, what we doing? And I'm trying to get on, and I'm trying to get with you, and we don't never talk and all that. Where was that energy though when I was single? Shit, that's real talk. That's real talk. The way I feel is, if you didn't know me when I didn't have nothing, don't know me when I got something. I feel you, because if you ain't want to go through my worst with me, and I don't mean you giving me anything, but if you ain't want to go through my worst with me, why should I have you at my best? Real talk. I used to get made fun of because I was underdeveloped. Now they all look 40 and I still look. Yeah, I feel you. You know, some people, they find out later that it ain't all fun and games, and things change, and then, you know, people get to, you know, wishing that things was a little different. Hating on people is so much work. Yeah, I ain't got that kind of time. I don't. I might dislike things for how they are. Like, I don't like how the world is right now with all the bad stuff that's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan, of course, of death, you know, and people just dying. You know, there's things, of course, that you can hate. You know what I'm saying? That's absolutely fine. Like, I hate animal cruelty and abuse. I hate that shit. Don't be out here abusing no goddamn animals, you know, trying to set fire to them, breaking limbs and all type of shit, just abusing animals. That infuriates me. Like, I get sick and I get so upset. I rage. Like, I want to put my hands on somebody that really want to hurt an animal, especially if the animal ain't did nothing to you. So I hate that type of shit. I hate animal abuse. I hate child abuse, things like that. It's okay to hate some things, you know what I'm saying? But just hating on people just because, like, that is some of the most bullshit. Like, why would you just hate on people just because? Like, what? Like, right now, what, you think I'm gonna hate on the top players in Apex because I'm not at their level? No, fuck that. I mean, I've been there, did that with games. I'm over 40. Shit, I wish Twitch was the thing when I was in the teens. I'd probably be rich now because of all the games I played and the money I could make and stuff like that, because I was that good in my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm washed up, but in my time for that ultra competitive thing kind of came and went for me, but that don't mean that the hunger ain't there, you know. But I ain't hating on nobody because they better than me or something, or because they got something that I don't. I wish everybody well, but I will say it's a lot of people out here that got stuff that don't deserve it, because that's just true. Ain't no getting past that. A lot of people got stuff out here they don't deserve it, They're not thankful. They're not grateful. They're not humble. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's not me hating. That's just telling the truth. It's too much. It's too many haters out here for nothing. But like I said, if you got haters, you're doing something right. Flat out. I don't get haters when I see someone doing better. It makes me want to do better. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's the sign of somebody that was raised right. I see somebody doing something. Hey, I'm not asking for you to give me a handout, but can you tell your boy how to get that? Like if we in the same realm of whatever we doing, like, hey, can you like show me how I can get there? Cause I'm trying to get that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you for getting it, but can you just show me what I got to do so I can get that? That's how it's supposed to be. And it's not, unfortunately. I wish it was like that, but it's just not. And you got to understand too, everybody not going to walk the walk the same. Just like with this game, I play different. Speaking of which, let me fire up some games for a little bit more, because I'm not going to bed just yet. Let's fire up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?